Welcome back. Turn 31 of Brain. Uh, Spoilers, this is going to be pretty similar to what we've been seeing for the last few turns of me waiting to see if I can get allies for my main conquest, which is Gondwana. Still failed to infiltrate Gondwana. That's not the end of the world since I still have all of those reports from previously. Gondwana themselves moved, so I can go ahead and watch them take out the last Yeoman province. Well, technically Yeoman still has this because Gondwana hasn't bothered to pick it up. They're having their fights with Rotterdam. It seems so. Satis and Lemuria are still going at it. I'm told that Pangea is involved somehow, which is good for me. I want those guys to stay busy. So we can look at the messages. Thaumaturgy 6. So now my research, I'm working on construction, so I can make this stuff. And I guess I'll stick with another level of construction after that before going up alteration. Is there anything good for me in conjuration? I can summon harbingers. That's pretty cool. But yeah, not having nature magic is quite a bummer to say the least. So I'm going to try to make up for that by casting like Akashic Knowledge and stuff like that. Akashic Knowledge requires one more conjuration. Normally, it's a really expensive spell, but it is buffed in DE. So conjuration, let's go ahead and alchemize some earth gems and cast Release Throne Power. Let's send some of these researchers over here, because they will be researching there where they are more efficient. Got a plague doctor just screwing around, plaguing. He can go over there and join this site searcher. We'll just keep going from there. Why'd everybody stop researching here? Oh, this is the other crew that joined up with the first crew. Got it. Okay. We'll come back to you. Messages. So this was just Akasafale beating up some PD, but this one is really exciting. So this is Ulm sallying forth to break the siege. Let me turn on the BC settings. So this is the Ulmish side. They've got some of their sacreds, bone fiends. So these are some type of undead, reanimated chumps. This guy is a thug of sorts. Like, I wouldn't call him a super combatant, but he's got the life drain weapon, helmet, full plates. So he's got a lot of protection and just generally good defenses. Not depicted here is that he has 25 invulnerability, bringing his total protection versus mundane to 34, which is ridiculous. 20% regen, where's that coming from? Is that just something that blood marshals have? Okay, maybe he is a super combatant. With 34 protection and that type of regen, he can certainly stand up pretty tough. Let's see, some random ghouls and shit. This vampire count is kind of a weaker version of the blood marshal. He doesn't have any gear, but he does have immortality, so he can just keep popping out and causing trouble. So lots of good stuff. On the Pangean side, they've got an army of cataphracts, which are just naturally tough, high protection dudes. This Carrion Lord, I think we've seen him before, but he's got quickness and a sleep aura, and he is part undead. interesting move for them to risk this guy cast a global enchantment. If he were to die, then Pangea would lose Mother Oak. But that is a sacrifice that Pangea appears willing to make. Oh, this is also their pretender. So that's a big gamble on this battle. Some priests, some sages. Looks like they can make a communion here, so we see what they'll do with that. This tramply boy and some guys in the back in case Olm were to bust out some type of flying shenanigans. And this guy appears to be just here to give gems to people. So this might be a mistake for Pangea that he's in this battle, because if this guy runs forward and gets himself killed, then Pangea will lose their spare gems. So yeah, let's watch this fight. Big armies on both sides. Alright. So these guys are communioned up. Someone's casting Swarm, that's gotta be Pangea. The line of cavalry meets the wolves. Yeah, so the gem pouch just flew to the back and got instantly killed by a slap from somebody. Alright. Howl's cast by Olm. So, and then Curse of Stones. So now, who was that? Chiron and Hipponos? Actually, that's not the right way to look at this. Where are Chiron and Hipponos? That's Pangea who cast Curse of Stones. But these wolves from the outside are almost wolves. Phantasmal army, so that makes a whole bunch of ethereal chumps to cause trouble. Using steel. Overall, it looks like Olm is having the advantage in this initial charge. That said, there's still all of these extra ghosts and shit that Pangea's been summoning. And there's Curse of Stones that'll give fatigue to people. So yeah, each time that they move, the horses are going to get a lot of fatigue from that curse. Is that a Blade Wound? It's not going to do very much. When the mages go off script, they have a tendency to cast Blade Wind, and that is unfortunate to say the least in late age, because everyone's got way too much armor for that to do a lot. Some banishments happening. I don't know why all of these... Oh! All of these guys are swarming to try to get a piece of this super combatant. Okay. We can go and look and see how he's doing. I wish they had given him a cool name. But yeah, so he's repelling all of these ghosts. He only has the one attack, but no one, like, he's got such high protection that no one is able to actually hurt him. And then he takes one guy out with his hat, one turn at a time. Both of his attacks are magical, so the etherealness is not helping them. Oh! He got hit by a crossbow bolt and then immediately regenerated it. So yeah, if Pangea had scripted like Paralyze or Soulslay or something into their communion, then they could definitely take him out. Because magic resistance 18 is solid, but it'll catch up with you at some point. but that's not part of their communion song. So it's mainly a question of how much of the rest of Ulm's army Pangea can take out before everybody ends up running away and Ulm wins. We can speed this up because this is probably going to be a long one. Wolves continuing to come in from the Howl. How's Pangea's god doing? So he's at 30 points out of 42. He does still have regen. His protection is still insanely good. He's got chest wounds, so he's asleep from that, but on the flip side, he puts all the puppies near him to sleep. And if he were to die, he would turn into a dragon, so that's fun. What's this guy? This Pan is taking quite a beating, but he still has regen and he has luck and material, so I think he'll be okay. So this is interesting, like dueling super combatants, but they're not fighting each other, they're both being surrounded by the other team's army. So all of the wolves have surrounded Pangea's guys, and all of the ghosts have surrounded Ulm's guys. And now the cavalry is starting to rout. The puppies that are coming from the outside are coming in and then immediately running away because it's a scary time to be a puppy. Alright, what's happening to him? Oh, he keeps falling asleep from the Curse of Stone, so he wants to run away, but he can't get very far before he falls asleep. Throw some applications these guys' way. I don't actually know where the regen is coming from, but they're just running away. I guess it must have been just some nature guy that Ulm had. These guys are in communion, so they don't know how to run away. They're too busy chanting. Okay, so that must be where the nature came from. Is this guy right here, this fortune teller? Well, not him specifically because he's a communion slave, but one of his masters. Alright, zoom out a bit. I assume he's still doing quite fine. Yeah, he's still at max HP. And he's still very much asleep. He's also crippled. In Dominion's Enhanced, most of the pretenders have recuperation, so he'll recover from that crippling addiction after time. But yeah. These cavalry are slowly making it off the field before falling asleep, and when this guy wakes up, he just throws some of those poison darts. This guy has made it out of that stalemate, and so he's going to mow down some communion slippers. Is he taking any damage yet? Oh, he's taking 2 damage. He totally won't regen that right away. Well, he's actually starting to take some damage. What's that coming from? So this is going to be a long log here. Ant got him for 1 damage. Oh! The Centaur Sage is just punching him in the face from across the map. So that makes sense. Far Strike. I wonder if the Far Strike's going to take him out. That'd be a big blow. Here we can see both the communion slaves getting slaughtered and the fire strikes. Let's zoom in there. How's he doing now? Oh, he's been whittled down. Turns out there's only so many punches in the face that someone could take. Because he was regening for 6 and he's still... Oh, now he's climbing up again. Whoever was fire striking him might have fallen asleep. Alright, let's turbo this. He still has no fatigue. I think, yeah, he's immune to fatigue unless he's casting spells. So, there's no danger of him falling asleep and getting crit or anything like that. Yeah, and that insanely high prot. Oh! Did he just get killed? How did he get killed? Some fire strikes. So those fire strikes did 10 points of damage. Okay, yeah, I guess good job, Centaur Sage, for punching him remotely. One of these guys, I'm not going to look up which one it was. So, the fact that that guy was taken out is a huge victory for Pangea, despite the fact that, I mean, the whole thing was kind of Pyrrhic. But here's the final tally. That was the super combatant right there that died. They lost their whole communion. They lost their vampire count. I didn't even see when that happened. Most of their sacreds fell asleep and were killed. So yeah. And on the Pangean side, their god is crippled but still alive. Wait, this guy got killed. I saw him get killed early. How did... Okay, I'm not quite sure how he didn't die. They lost some guys, don't get me wrong, like the Pan Dryad and their line of horses. But these losses are not nearly as severe as what Ulm suffered. So now the question there is, does Pangea still have enough to siege down this capital and take it for themselves? It's particularly fortunate for Pangea that their god did not retreat, because the retreat is cut off. Alright, you guys can search, and let's go through my commanders. So, this guy in Arcosophale, so that's where Arcosophale itself is. We can just wait here and see who decides to take that on. It's the border between Cetis and Pangea. So what happened to Cetis' army? I don't think they lost it. Huh. Let's stay over here and watch how things develop on that front. And then this is a giant ass horde of free spawn. Alright, what do I have for magic items? I don't want to make any of those things, except maybe another mind shield. Can you make something useful? Oh, I'm saving my air gems, that's right. So it'd just be a water thing. Which is a shame, because I do want some of these amulets of solid air to assassinate people. But that's not in the cards right now. What's this thing do again? Huh. I made one and I don't remember why. This is pretty cool. Temporary water gems and halt heretic. don't think that I have much to make this turn, though, so I'll just make a Frostbrand, because those are useful in general. Although not against Lemuria if Lemuria decides to backstab me. But I don't think they will. I may be proven wrong about that. Alright, keep that guy there to observe that situation. Send this priest over, because I'm going to need to build a temple, start massing dudes. Alright, you guys can patrol, and you guys can research for now, and you can research, and you can keep working on the fort. Alright. And I do need to switch from just getting arbalists to getting the repeating crossbowmen, because those guys make a lot more arrows, so let's go ahead and do that. I think that having a healthy mix will be important, because that way, if someone busts out an air shield, then I'll be happy for the extra volume. Alright, sorry about the length, I just wanted to show that battle. I thought that was a pretty exciting one. We'll continue to wait and see what we hear back from Akosafale, and go from there. So I'll see you on turn 32.